Okay, so we have a new cashback debit card here in the UK, and it's safe to say that this provider is trying to get our attention because this offer is very compelling. So PayPal has launched a scheme called PayPal Plus and linked it to a debit card that can earn 1% cashback on everyday spending. But that is also only the baseline because this can potentially scale from 1% to 1.5%. And in terms of like specific retailer bonuses, you can earn as much as 20%. So very, very compelling. However, there are some potential issues. One, you need to have like an IQ of 3,000 to understand this thing. It's kind of confusing. And two, I think some people will throw up a red flag when they see the name or the brand PayPal. And I think that comes with some potential fear or negativity attached to it. So we're going to talk about all of this today. But first, Jan, I think it's super important that we just outline how you can get 1% from this thing and what are like the high level rewards or potential rewards that we can earn.
Yeah, Johnny, you're absolutely right. PayPal has launched a very attractive MasterCard debit card in the UK. There's one thing I'd like to correct you with, though. It doesn't actually allow you to earn cash back, but you get rewards through a point system. So what happens is you collect 1 point for every pound that you spend, and that point is worth 1 penny when you spend it through your PayPal account. So what you can't do is you can't just convert that to cash, and then, for example, go to an ATM and withdraw it. That doesn't work. You have to spend it through PayPal.
Okay, cool. And how do we earn these points?
Yeah, you can just go ahead, use your card, offline, online, and every time you make a transaction and spend money, you earn cash back.
Yeah, and that physical debit card, I have ordered. It is free to order. It's on its way. And if you tap that card, I've got this right, you can earn.
Looks very nice as well, right?
It does. It has this giant, if you're okay with the PayPal logo, I mean, it's got a giant PayPal logo on the front of it. But you also get card details with that, so you could use this virtually. You could spend money online. Is there a difference, though, Jan, between spending online and offline in terms of what you can earn?
There can be. Really depends on how it's set up. So as you first mentioned, PayPal also launched a loyalty program called PayPal Plus. And the loyalty program and the debit card, they go hand in hand. They're connected. So basically, if you go ahead, make an online transaction, and you have, for example, £5 in your PayPal balance, you wanna purchase a good that's worth £10, you can earn the whole point for every pound on those £5 that you have stored in your PayPal balance for everything that has to be charged from your linked card, for example, or your bank account, depending on how your PayPal account is set up. You only earn 0.1%. So you see, it's getting slightly complicated here.
But it makes sense. Just simply put, if you want to earn the maximum reward, let's just call it 1% cashback or the best possible value that you can derive from your spending, you've got to make sure that the money is deposited inside of your PayPal account, inside the app.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, Johnny? That doesn't really apply to offline spending. So whenever you use a card offline, really doesn't matter what your PayPal balance is, you'd still earn the whole cashback, even if it has to tap into your bank account or into a linked credit card.
Right, okay, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but do you think that's because PayPal are making money on the transaction, so they're able to afford to offer you the best possible bonus?
Yeah, it's a good question, possibly. I mean, kind of would make sense, right? Because what we know is that merchants have to pay for debit card transactions. They are relatively low compared to credit cards. PayPal is offering quite an attractive, cashback rate here. So maybe they're actually making a loss, and then if they increase the demand for PayPal checkout, people that accumulate these points, they wanna spend them, of course, and they only can do that through PayPal. So that increases the demand for PayPal checkout, and they earn, I believe it's 3% on that.
Okay, so they're funneling more or trying to funnel more people into using PayPal checkout because that's how you redeem these points. That's something to be aware of as well. There are tiers. This is where things also get a bit more complicated, right, Jan? Because we have tiers, a little bit like an airline rewards program where the more money you spend, the more your points are worth. You go up in the tiers. And like British Airways, it begins with blue. That's where everyone starts. But after you've earned 25,000 points, you enter the gold tier, and 50,000 points will enter the black tier. There are opportunities to earn more points in those tiers. One of them is when you enter gold, you qualify for the subscription cashback or perk, where you can earn points from being subscribed to stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jan, but I think you can earn up to £16.66 in subscription cashback on gold. Oh, bloomin' heck. This is when it gets confusing. And bloomin' heck. Okay, I'm gonna go back on that. So if you're on the gold tier, for example, with subscription cashback, you can earn up to £12.50 per month. And then on the black tier, you can earn £16.66 per month. You also have something known as the first Friday bonus that you can qualify when you've got gold and black status. That's where you can earn 1,000 points from spending £10 on the first Friday of each month. And that doubles with the black tier. I don't think, Jan, we need to go into too much detail with these tiers, mate, because quite frankly, it's going to be really bloody hard for someone to qualify. So to get gold, you're going to need to spend 25 grand or at least accumulate 25,000 points. So that's not going to be exactly, but you're going to have to get close to that. And then for black, you're going to need to spend £50,000 or thereabouts.
Yeah, and if you have that level of card spending, let's be realistic, Johnny. You can probably look at other.
Don't do it with PayPal.
You can look at other alternatives, other credit cards, rewards-based credit cards that offer an even higher cashback ratio.
I mean, you got to spend £4,000 a month to hit that 50K at least.
And that's only using your card, right? So your rent very likely, or your mortgage will likely not even apply to that. I mean, I don't know how to pay that using your card. I mean, maybe there are ways. I don't know.
I mean, there are. I mean, I've done it. I've done it between my wife and I. It's like a family card, but we use our American Express as our main spending card, and we can do it.
Oh,
but,
fascinating.
You know, individually, mate. Wow. You know, if you just think about doing that with an American Express card, where say you could accumulate loads and loads of Avios points, the redemption value is going to far exceed, if you're getting like business class or first class seats, for example, it's going to far exceed the redemption value that we can see at PayPal, which is £1 per point.
£1 per point. No, sorry, 1 point per pound.
1 point per pound. Blumenix. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. There are a couple of bonus opportunities that I mentioned at the beginning where you can earn, say, up to 20%. I noticed, Jan, that if you want to buy your clothes from George.com, they're offering up to, I think, 20% extra points is what they call it. So that's just one example. There'll be lots of retailer opportunities like that in the app. Got ASOS, John Lewis, Debenhams, all retailers in the UK. There's loads of Cardo as well, which is possibly one that you would use frequently. But so far, because I'm not sure if I'm going to commit to this, but so far the best thing, Jan, that I've derived from testing is a free subscription to Perplexity Pro. I don't know why, but it's just an advert on there. It's probably just a data capture tool, but there was a 12-month free subscription. All I had to do was enter my email.
Very compelling, if you ask me. Probably the best option here. What I can recommend is to keep an eye on these bonus offers, because with other cards you often change, right? So maybe there are better ones coming later down the road. As we just mentioned, the PayPal card was just introduced very recently. So maybe if you're listening to this podcast episode in a few months, maybe there are totally different bonus offers available.
Yeah, and I know I'm jumping back a little bit, but I'm sorry because the whole thing has been quite confusing for my simple brain. But I didn't mention that there were multiplier tiers, did I, on gold and black? So you can earn effectively more cash back when you qualify for those tiers. It goes from 1 to 1.2, I think, for gold. Yeah, I think you can earn 1.2 points per pound with gold and 1.3 with black.
I think you have actually mentioned that.
Have I already mentioned?
You sure?
Are you kidding me? Oh man, I don't even remember. Sorry if I've already mentioned that. But one of the things that I can really easily explain to you and get my head around are the FX rates on this thing, right, Jan? Because it is essentially a really good travel card. You get like if you spend with this card abroad internationally, which is international spending and PayPal have never been a good thing. Like sending money internationally with PayPal, it's right, but it's awful. The fees are some of the worst. Like they're in the hall of shame. But they've just turned it around here, mate.
Yeah, they totally have. So no FX fees, no cross-border fees, and you're getting MasterCard's exchange rate. Can't get much better than that, can it? And also no ATM fee in case you decide to withdraw money anywhere in the world, right? So that's already better than what Revolut has to offer, for example.
Yeah, I mean it's unbelievable actually. It's really, really, and you're gonna earn points from your spending.
You're right, yeah. There are a few exclusions though. Things like pawn shops and what else was there? there was a list, yeah.
Damn it, the pawn shops. Always with the pawn shops.
Yeah.
I was planning on going to
I mean,
gambling.
Yeah. What I don't like is that they didn't provide a complete list of exclusions. They just gave some examples. So, in case you decide to pay your tax bill or your electricity bill using your card, if that's possible at all, no idea. It's not listed on the exclusions, but with other cards, it's often excluded. So who knows? Maybe they just go ahead and say, hey, we're not going to give you any points for that. I'd have preferred more transparency,
It might help the understanding factor as well. Like, honestly, like researching this thing and trying to get my head around how it works is quite hard, but PayPal make it even harder because it's all a bit ambiguous. Like, it's quite difficult to lock down the full details. But I think one of the big things to stress here, Jan, is just that when you're spending, if you want to earn the most value, you need to make sure that the money is deposited inside the account, inside the PayPal app, so to speak, and you're not spending through the linked card. You can earn points that way, but you're effectively earning 0.1% instead of 1%.
Only for online transactions,
that's the headline.
As mentioned. Yeah. That's where it gets confusing, right? Yeah, from my understanding, you can use that card just like any other debit card. Don't have to worry about the PayPal balance if you do offline transactions, but as soon as you do online transactions, make sure that your PayPal wallet is fully funded, then you can earn the whole cashback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are some caveats because you'll be spending with a debit card, so you'll lose. And because you're going to be trying to commit to spending a large sum of money. Come with the drawbacks, though, because you're going to lose Section 75 protection because I'm sure you would typically be using a credit card to make like high value transactions. You lose that. What about PayPal's buyer protection, Jan? Does that apply?
No, that doesn't apply at all to any purchases you make with that card. At least for in-store purchases. If you use PayPal's PayPal checkout and you use the card through that, should be fine.
But that has less redemption value.
Yeah, right. And can you even do that? No, then you'd be obviously paying with PayPal directly. You can't use PayPal checkout and using your PayPal debit card because your PayPal debit card would be connected to your PayPal wallet, right? And if you're going ahead and using PayPal checkout, you automatically spend the money from your PayPal wallet, right? So
got it. Yep.
To everyone listening to this, I don't know if it's us, but I think this is pretty confusing, and I really struggle to understand the whole concept of it. To be fair, it's a fresh product, right? Just entered the market, maybe things will get more clear. But few of these aspects I don't even find logical. But
is there something on the market, Jan, that we can compare this to? The trading 2-on-2 debit card, when it has like those bonuses of 1.5%, is arguably more compelling. But as a like for like, I don't think, this feels very market leading, doesn't it? For someone who can understand it.
It does, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily better than using an Amex credit card when you're redeeming the points through like an airline, like Avios, for example. Just as a debit card in terms of rewards, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, and it's totally free. So if you're interested, why not go ahead and just sign up? I mean, I think that's a no-brainer offer if you ask me. And unless they start charging a fee for that card, don't see any major downsides. Yes, it's complicated, but what do you have to lose here?
I don't know if they would charge a fee for it because I think they are, like you said earlier, trying to funnel people into using PayPal's checkout system, right? And that's where they're going to charge the merchants 3%.
That's unlikely, but maybe it happens, right? Just keep an eye on your email. Just make sure they don't just do that. That would be a classical PayPal move, but it's another story. That's not the biggest fan of that company and their products personally. Doesn't mean they're bad at all. Some people love to use them. Just not me.
We shouldn't mention at this point in the show that Jan owns shares in PayPal.
They actually do, yeah. Fascinating.
But let's leave that for now.
For another episode, yeah. Let's discuss
for another
that
episode,
later on.
Yeah. But what we should say is at this point, make sure you understand what you're signing up for. And let us know in the comments if you were confused at all by any of this, or are you as confused as me? Because, I don't know, when did things get so remarkably confusing? I'm not sure. So yeah, let us know in the comments. If you're listening to us, please do take this opportunity to rate us on Apple or Spotify. And if you're watching on YouTube, like the video, subscribe if you want to support Jan and I. We'd love to have you on board. And let us know what you make of this PayPal debit card and PayPal Plus.
Yeah, thanks everyone for listening. It's been a pleasure as always.
Goodbye.